Hi, everybody. I'm Neal.
Hi, and I'm Libby.
Hi, Libby.
Hi, Neal T.
Hey, man, do we have a show today?
We have a great show today.
We gonna talk movie stars and movie business and movie filming and movie making and movie writing and
swimming pools, movie stars, all the things.
That's right. Yes, and I'm really thrilled and honored to have this panel because this is the real deal. Okay. You know, there's been a lot of major actors to come from Houston.
Right.
And with us today is certainly one who's going like a meteor all the way to the top. Jason Gibson's here. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Welcome. We also have Cynthia Neely, who is a very prolific and successful writer, also a producer. She's done over 1,000 episodes of television.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hey,
Hi,
Cynthia.
everybody.
And she has a lot to talk about, and we're going to let her do her resume because it will blow your mind.
That's
And
a whole segment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 20-minute situation.
And I'm really thrilled to have Rick Ferguson here. Rick is the executive director of the Houston Film Commission. So this guy knows the business side. And if you want to make a television show or reality show or film or anything in Houston, you got to talk to this guy. All goes through him.
And he knows where all the bodies are buried.
Is that true, Rick?
Oh, if only that were true.
So welcome to the show, everybody.
Thank you.
So happy to have you here. So Jason Gibson joins the ranks of people like Renee Zellweger and the Quaid brothers, but
Except for Randy.
I did
Oh.
not say that. Oh, hey, I didn't. That did not come
As
from me.
one of the movie star Texans.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick.
God rest him.
R.I.P.
Wes Anderson is from Houston. A lot of people don't know that.
I
but
think he went to Kincaid.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Didn't
Mm-hmm.
And what was... Wait, did he film something at St. John's? What was that?
Rushmore.
first movie?
Rushmore, yeah.
Right.
You know, his mother's name is Texas.
Right.
That's
Is that not awesome?
pretty amazing.
No, right? What a great name, Texas, Anderson. The Mastersons, Peter Masterson being one. That's another big Texas, Houston family. And let's see. There's a bunch. There's
Felicia Rashad.
Felicia Rashad, yeah. So
And Perry Gilpin is from Texas. She was from Fraser, but she's not from Houston. But
we talk about Houston up
Oh,
in here, but you know what? There's a lot of people like Farrah Fawcett's from Corpus Christi. God rest her. So Jason Gibson, man, this guy's no joke. I mean, he is the real deal. He's a super talented actor. He also is a producer. Get ready for who he's worked with, okay? On the film Misconduct, he co-starred with Anthony Hopkins,
No big deal.
Al Pacino,
No big deal.
Josh Duhamel,
No big deal.
okay?
Yeah.
And his latest film, which he's screening in Houston on Thursday, A Little Something for Your Birthday, which stars former Ford model Sharon Stone. Yes, she was a
Nice.
Ford model, okay?
I
Oh,
didn't know
really? I
that.
didn't know that either.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
You share some of your secrets.
I'm not telling any tales. No, I'm not messing with Sharon Stone.
Well, then I'll have to share some of the ones I know.
Oh, yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah, we're gonna hear what she said
You were
to
on
you.
set with her for weeks on end. So.
We'll compare notes. Maybe
Okay.
Just not on this.
Ellen Burstyn is in Something Special for Your Birthday.
Fabulous woman. Yeah.
Is she?
She's won pretty much everything. Oscars, Golden Globes, you name it. She's won it. She's very talented.
She's
Beautiful lady,
Hollywood royalty,
Yeah.
for
she's
sure.
amazing.
And Tony Goldwyn.
Great actor. I enjoyed working with him
Yeah?
a lot. Yeah. Very nice guy. Very humble. He's the Goldwyn from MGM.
That's right.
He is Hollywood royalty. And
He certainly is.
between him and Sharon both, man, I learned a lot. And just watching them work, you could tell just years of experience. It was very impressive.
And they're generous. They're like helpful, useful.
Oh yeah. You know, I think I became the Sharon whisperer on set because
Not a bad gig.
no, it wasn't. We hit it off. And
I bet.
we got along, and it was a great relationship. And we still talk. But other people were a little hesitant to go to Sharon and ask her for things for various reasons.
Intimidate
on any
she's
given
a big
day.
star.
So it became why don't you have Jason go ask her?
Let Jason do it. Let Jason do it.
Yeah, send Jason in there. I recognize that, and I put a stop to it. So
And Famke Jensen, also a former model. She's in the movie.
Yes, she is. I really was looking forward to meeting her on set. She worked, for a few days. Very tall in person, much taller than I had imagined.
And she was a very successful model.
Oh yeah, she plays the wife of Liam Neeson in all the Taken movies. Just breathtaking.
Well, she was a Bond girl.
She was.
And speaking of, rest in peace, the original Bond.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
That
Roger
is so
Moore.
sad. Yeah.
Agreed.
So sad.
Jason, I was following some of your Facebook stuff. Was this filmed in Malibu?
Yes, there were some scenes
Okay.
it was Zuma Beach.
Okay.
But yeah, great location. There was actually, if you want to hear a funny story real quick, I was on my first day to Zuma to film, which is kind of a hike, and there's an area there where it's all, parking lots. And I finally get there and I'm going and I see all these big trailers and everything. I'm like, all right, I've got here. I get out of the car and I'm walking up like I'm Mr. I'm co-star of this movie. And a guy comes up to me and goes, can we help you? And I was like, what do you mean, can you help me? I'm like,
Where's my
trailer? And he's like, right then I realized, wrong movie. So I felt really cool at that moment. I kind of said, and I looked down and about a mile down, because, it's a Long Beach. There's a lot of movies that are filmed on Zuma. If you watch a movie, you can't really tell.
It's
But
on the northern end of Malibu,
It is.
right?
It is. It's a great place to film. You have a great setup there because you have the big parking lot. You can put all the trucks and equipment, and then obviously the beach is very nice.
It's around the point, right? The Malibu point. Isn't it on the north side of the point?
Yeah, well, if you come down I-10 and you hit PCH, and right there in Santa Monica, you hang a right, go down Malibu, and you keep going through Malibu proper, and then you get to Zuma. It's kind of...
It's kind of like where Joffrey's is, and
Oh yeah.
Four Seasons West Lake. When I worked there, it's like straight down the canyon, and that's like 45 minutes north of LA. But
you've
didn't
been on-
Pamela Anderson live in one of the
Trailer houses.
We're not
They're
talking
like-
about Pamela Anderson. No, I don't know. She lives down there somewhere.
She's sporting a new look.
But no, she lived in a full
Yes,
situ-
and
trailer
by the way,
situation.
just a little piece of dirt her trailer sits
$1
on is
million.
about $1.5 million.
Yeah. So anyway,
I ain't
moving on.
I ain't mad at her.
Wait, Pamela Anderson is living in a trailer?
No.
Well, she was
she
for a long
was
time.
when I was there, which was about
Okay.
Now she just has a
7 years
guest
ago.
house.
But like
Needs to be
Matthew
finished.
McConaughey lived there. But it's like it's like a trailer park on the beach. But it's not like one we would being
Not
from
like
Baytown.
it.
It's not a Baytown trailer park.
No, hell to the
Trailer
no.
park.
I would settle for a trailer on Malibu.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Right.
Literally,
the
that
trailers
little,
in Malibu are $5 million.
Right. I mean,
It's
there were Range
insane.
Rovers, Bentleys.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it wasn't,
It's no
a
joke.
normal trailer situation.
So, Jason, who's of all the major award-winning actors you've worked with, who have you, besides Sharon, who have you really had the best experience with in terms of being a generous actor to rehearse and work with?
I enjoyed working with Sharon and Tony, but I would say that working with Anthony Hopkins was a real blessing. And I say that because obviously he's super talented. He's won a lot of awards. He's very respected in his trade among his peers. But I worked with him on every single scene. So every single scene that he did, I was right there with him.
That's amazing.
And, he's in his 80s. And you have day shoots and night shoots. The night shoots start at like 6 p.m. You can't go more than 12 hours. You go to 6 a.m. And the last scene that we worked on together was a night shoot. He went all night long, and we spent take after take after take just talking in a driveway of a house, just he and I. And he finally just said, Jason, you're a very natural actor. He paid me a lot of compliments. He gave me a lot of good advice. And then he said, and I can't do accents. Like I'm not going to do it. But his best Silence of the Lamb accent. He opened up and he said that basically he's still working because he feels like if he wasn't working that he would die.
Wow.
And me sitting there, my feet were hurting and I felt bad, and I'm my age and I'm like, suck it up, man, because you got Anthony Hopkins here who's all about getting the job done and working. He's got a great work ethic. And just very impressed with him.
But he paid you. That was a nice compliment for him to say you're a natural actor.
He did. He gave me quite a few compliments, and that
Jason, that's
obviously
huge.
a
Yeah.
confidence booster.
Wow.
What was your part? What with him so often?
So I'm a lawyer by trade. I've got my own law firm, but this is a legal thriller. and I was not cast as the lawyer.
And which one is this again? This is
Misconduct.
Misconduct. Okay.
Right. It had Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, Josh Duhamel, Julia Stiles. Malin Ackerman. It had a bunch of others. The South Korean actor, Bai Hung Lee. I probably messed his name up. He would not be happy. But so with respect to that movie, I don't even remember what your question was, Neil.
What was your role?
My role. Yeah,
was
that's
Cynthia's
right. That's because
question.
it was Cynthia asking. Yeah, my role. I was the right-hand henchman for Anthony Hopkins. Hopkins played the billionaire pharmaceutical guy that was killing everybody with his drugs, and he didn't have a family. Just kind of a cold, dark guy. And I was there with him nonstop to take care of whatever he needed. So
Wow.
eventually got shot by Josh, and
Oh.
Wow.
was shot at by Frida Pinto in a prior movie.
Oh
know
man,
it's
that's
a,
right.
It's a
Mhm.
theme. It's a pattern here.
That was blunt force trauma. Is that correct?
That's right.
She
Right,
was in
yeah.
that movie with.
Mickey Rourke.
That's right.
Right.
Mickey Rourke was in
And
that.
Ryan Quanten, who played, he's been in all kinds of things, but he's best known for his role on True Blood.
You were great in that movie, Jason.
So did you do your own stunts? Are you like getting shot?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
I did get shot in that case, and I've still got scars from it.
You
actually.
do?
I do, because we were in a 200-year-old train station down in a pit where they used to, repair trains. It was very dirty. This scene, Frida Pinto and I are squared off, and she draws and I draw. And these guns, they're real, but you use blanks. And so, in order to make this look real, you put on fake bulletproof vest.
But that's kind of a shot. I mean,
it is, but they have squibs. What are called squibs are small explosive devices that are in the vest. And as
okay.
she's shooting and the fire's coming out of her gun, there's someone over pushing a button, making the squibs in my vest explosive blow outward. So they're directional charges, and they make about 7 or 8 vests so that you can do 7 or 8 takes and get it right.
Okay.
About the third one, we're going through the scene, and boom, 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 and something hurt like unbelievable. Like I wanted to strip my clothes off her. And what had happened was when I stayed in character until it was over, which I shouldn't have done. I found out after the fact. But they had positioned 2 of the squibs to face inward.
oh my God.
And there was no protection, and it blew literally right into my body. And
What?
so
Oh, my
it was like
gosh.
huge whelps, probably 5 or 6 inches in both
Oh, my
places,
God.
broke the skin. So they
That's
came
crazy.
over, they put a little salve on it and said he'll be fine. And that's Bogota, Colombia.
Right, I was going to say, well,
Like,
this is shooting in Bogota, Colombia. But speaking of, I wanted to rip all my clothes off.
Oh. I know
You
where
have
this
a
is
nude
going.
scene in something special for your birthday.
Yeah, it's
that
a little
right?
something for your birthday.
A
yeah.
little something for your
There's
birthday.
Neil got a little distracted.
I did have to walk around on set with nothing but a sock for a day,
A
Wow.
day?
A day?
half a day. Yes, it was.
Oh, minor point.
And that was the day Sharon Stone was like, if anybody needs anything out of Jason, come ask me. I'll go talk to him.
And there's like a cooking scene involved?
Yes,
that a little
in a frying
scary?
pan.
Hey.
Yeah, it's funny because the director is female, and
Right.
she's like, Jason, it's going to be fine. I'm going to clear everybody out of the kitchen, and I'm like, okay, so there's only going to be the necessary personnel in here. Well,
Right.
like there's like 4 people that have to be there, and 3 of them were women.
Imagine that.
That day, the riggers, the grippers, and all that were women. And then I'm like, does it really matter? Because there's 5 monitors in the very next room, and everyone can see anything anyway.
Right.
So, you get used to it after a while. And actually, to Sharon's credit, she's normally giving me a hard time throughout the whole movie.
Well, she
and,
has some
and
experience.
I know, right? That day, she
With
didn't even
some
talk to me or
nudity.
look at me. And she was super professional about it. I don't think she, if she looked that way, she'd be in trouble, I think, is what she was thinking,
Right.
She's like, I can't do that. I have to discipline myself.
Right. She's like, I have to stay in character.
She's just keeping it going.
Because unless my character is about to jump on that. Did she call the writers on set? We need a little rewrite
Just
here.
a little rewrite.
Well, there's nothing if you want some good details. Like I brought my own. It was a long black colored sock, right?
Okay.
And so that's all I had on. The robe comes off, and I have the frying pan. So, Sharon walks in, she's surprised me. I'm supposed to grab the frying pan and then like cover myself, and then kind of walk out and do my thing. Well, I kept hearing from the other room. The director, Susan's like, Jason, you're not getting all your junk under the frying pan.
Oh.
She's just make sure to scoop up all your junk on the next take. And so, because the sock was hanging below the frying pan and was still in the frame.
Right.
And
Oh,
so
jeez.
we finally ended up just doubling the sock up and tying
Okay.
it on the end, and that solved the jump problem.
Perfect.
But,
Oh, so it was
I
just
love
a
the
sock.
resourceful problem solvers
Yeah.
on
Right?
set. Yeah, yeah.
So I was
Gotta
beat
have it.
red.
Yeah,
Beat red. I was hoping it just made me look a little more dark tan.
Yeah, exactly.
On the screen. So.
Well, that's a reason to check this movie out. You know what I'm saying?
And Sharon Stone looks amazing.
She does.
I mean, she looks incredible.
well,
Yeah.
she had a little time out, where she's just kind of went away for a little bit.
She
This
lo-
is her big comeback. Right?
Yeah, she loved the script, and she did a very good job with it. She it was a passion project for her. She loved the script, and so
Is it a rom-com?
it is. She poured her heart and soul into it. I think her and Tony had great chemistry together on set and in the movie, the final product. So
Is he the guy from Ghost?
he is.
He is.
Yeah, and he also
Yeah.
plays President Fitz on Scandal, the TV series.
Okay.
The TV series.
Ah, that's where I was.
The evil guy on
And you wanna
Ghost.
speaking of somebody who knows where the bodies are buried, I mean, Tony Goldwyn, Metro Goldwyn Mayer knows.
Yeah.
Speaking of the director, Susan Walter,
Right.
she wrote this movie and directed it, and she's coming
Thursday.
to Houston Thursday
Yeah.
for your screening.
She will, along with one of the other producers, Selah Victor, who is a very talented actress, and she's been in a lot of big plays, and she was in this movie as well. She's got a part in it.
That's exciting that she's coming.
Yeah, that's so exciting. It's
I
going to be
mean,
a nice little red
we're,
carpet
We're all
moment.
showing up for you, but it's nice that she's coming. It's a great reflection on her opinion of you and her respect for you
How-
in Houston. And
She's very talented. I asked Sharon if she'd come, and she's going to be in New York for meetings. Otherwise, she would have been down here. We know we had an LA premiere as well. But I'm trying to get her, and nobody knows this, to do Skype, where she will be on the big screen.
Oh, that would be
Oh, that's
so
so
cool.
cool.
Interact with her. So we're trying to get the logistics of that worked out. Nobody knows that yet, but hopefully we make that happen.
Now they know.
So fun. And Jason, you touched on this, but you're an attorney by trade.
I am
And for how many? Well, a couple years.
19,
Okay.
a little bit maybe.
And your film career started.
Only 3 years ago. I wanted to do this way back when. I got sidetracked, started my own firm, but it ended up working out for me. So I just got in with the right people and wanted to make it happen. I got some really good advice when I did decide to do this. It was, you could go and do your interviews forever. Not interviews. What do I?
your auditions.
Auditions. There you go. 'Cause I don't like to do
He
them.
doesn't.
I
You
like
don't
that
do
word.
them, so we get it.
Exactly. And go nowhere. So luck of the draw, or you can come from Hollywood royalty,
Right.
which a lot of people just kind of get thrown into that, and or you can get in the business and help put deals together, or get with producers and that type of deal. So actually, my lawyer background enabled me to meet the people, the producers that I needed to meet, and kind of start at the top. To
Right.
where I could just get in the roles. But once you get that role, you interview or audition for the director directly.
Sure.
At that point, you do have to act.
Right.
You have to be capable of acting.
Right.
So,
And you have to look a certain way on camera.
And that's interesting that all the avenues that they were kind of telling you, you can either be one of these few things to get into the business. And that's
Right.
really cool that.
Yeah, I mean,
started
that's what's,
that way.
someone gave me that piece of advice.
Yeah.
And it's kind of common sense anyway, if you know anything about it. But it's really hard just to go, everyone goes out to LA and they spend their life auditioning.
Yeah,
auditioning.
years and years and years.
Even if you're a great actor, you may never get discovered.
So true.
Yeah, it's just luck.
Well, we're lucky that you came and joined us today, and I know you're in the middle of a mediation because you really are a super legit lawyer and a really successful attorney, the Gibson law firm, Gibson firm.
with one of the prettiest offices in Houston, by the way.
Your offices are
it's
really
like
spectacular.
so chic and fabulous.
Lyric Center.
I just added a full-size sculpture of Neil Hamill.
Oh, you did?
Oh my
I
God!
love it.
Well, let's.
It's actually like if you go to the wax museums, Trousseau's,
Oh my
whatever it's
God.
called. It's just like that.
You know what?
We're gonna maybe need to have an unveiling situation.
There are days I feel like a wax figure. I hope you come back. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to talk to our other guests.
Yes, and real quick, when does the movie come out?
Don't know the release date yet. That's up to the distributor, domestic distributor. But as soon as I know, I'll pass that information
And
on.
we'll
Okay,
keep you
great.
posted.
Movie star in the house, Jason Gibson. Thank you. And thanks for listening, guys. Don't go away. We'll be right back.